recorded it, or by any other ONI user with whom they choose to share the file. Halliday managed a thin smile. In other words, the ONI allows you to relive moments of other people's lives, to see the world through their eyes, hear it through their ears, smell it through their nose, taste it with their tongue, and feel it through their skin. Halliday gave the camera a matter-of-fact nod. The ONI is the most powerful communication tool humans have ever invented. And I think it's also probably the last one we will ever need to invent. He tapped the center of his forehead. Now, we can plug right into the old noodle. I heard the words, but I couldn't process them. Was Halliday for real? Or had he been delusional when he made this recording, losing his grip on reality as he entered the final stages of his illness? The technology he was describing was still the stuff of science fiction. Yes, millions of physically disabled people used brain-computer interfaces every day to see or hear or move paralyzed limbs, but these medical miracles could still only be achieved by cutting a hole in the patient's skull and sticking implants and electrodes directly into their brain. The concept of a brain-computer interface headset that allowed you to record, playback, and/or simulate a human being's entire sensory experience had appeared in a bunch of Halliday's favorite sci-fi novels, TV shows, and movies. There was SimStim, the fictional simulated stimulation technology William Gibson had envisioned in Neuromancer. And a similar form of experience recording technology had also been featured in Brainstorm and Strange Days, two of Halliday's favorite films. If the ONI could do everything Halliday claimed, then he'd once again done the impossible. Through sheer force of will and brain power, he'd once again turned science fiction into science fact without much regard for the long-term consequences. I also wondered about the name Halliday had chosen for his invention. I'd seen enough anime to know that Oni was also a Japanese word for a giant horned demon from the pits of hell. The ONI's software and documentation have already been emailed to your private Oasis account, Halliday continued, along with complete schematics of the headset and the 3D printer files necessary to fabricate more of them. Halliday paused and stared into the camera for a moment before continuing. Once you've tested the ONI yourself, I think you'll realize, just as I did, that this invention has the power to drastically alter the nature of human existence. I think it could help humanity, but it could also make things even worse. It will all depend on the timing, I think. That's why I'm entrusting its fate to you, my heir. You must decide when, or if, the world is ready for this technology. His frail body shook with a coughing fit. Then he took a rasping breath and spoke one final time. Take all the time you need to decide, he said, and don't let anyone rush you. Once Pandora's box has been opened, there's no closing it again, so choose wisely. He gave the camera a small wave goodbye. Then the recording ended and a video file deleted message appeared on the monitor just before it powered itself off. I sat there for a long time. Could this be some sort of posthumous practical joke? Because the alternative didn't seem to make any sense. If the ONI really could do everything he said it could, then it would be the most powerful communication tool ever invented. Why would he have kept it a secret? Why not just patent it and release it to the world? I glanced back down at the headset in my hands. It had been locked away in this vault for the past 8 years, waiting patiently for me to find it. And now that I had, there was really only one thing left for me to do. I put the headset back inside the egg, then I turned around and carried it out of the archives, planning to walk back to the elevator at a calm, dignified pace. But my self-control evaporated in seconds, and I began to run as fast as my legs would carry me. The employees I encountered as I hurried back upstairs were treated to the sight of their wild-eyed boss sprinting through the hallowed halls of gregarious simulation systems, clutching a giant silver egg.